Official man. Cash.
Maggie. Hey, yeah. Put your child with you.
Obiabo.
Forget to be a
Catcher.
manager.
What's that?
Who's that about?
No matter. We really been down for that.
I don't want to show this.
I'm going to show you.
I think this is my father. And this is no side. This is my father. My father and my brother get money. Forget yourself. It's Jordan.
Forget
I've seen many of such examples. Now, what am I talking about? Over the weekend, the Shatta movement team found the whole crew in the western parts of Ghana. And in this case, I'm talking about Wasa. And that is comfortable for you. Mention it and nobody will touch you for doing anything wrong. We had an appearance to do at Na Chemi Hotel for what they themed or called a peace concert with Shatta Wale. And indeed, it was staged beautifully. Now, beyond the concert, which I'll be giving you some details of happenings on the stage and what have you, I made some observations that I want to share. And this one, maybe, majority of this observation should be handled by politicians in Ghana. Majority of this conversation, as what the observation that I made, that I'm about to talk about, should be handled by politicians in Ghana. Do you know, some artists are not so cool going to some areas to perform because of sometimes the conditions in terms of transportation and other things that they will pass through before they will get to the town that they are supposed to perform at. And since I started working with Shatta Wale, that we started going to some hinterlands. I will not say Wasa Straha is the first area that I've seen like that. I remember some time ago we went to Manso Akwasiso. Some time ago we also went to a place called Benso. All these places, I realized that it is hard for you to go there when you know the situation. Like, we've been to such places. Next time when we have to go there, I know it is going to be a wonderful conversation because you know exactly what you are going to experience. I remember some time ago, we went to Sierra Leone and it was almost a similar story. From airport to where we were going to perform, it wasn't easy. And because of that, I'm sure when next time any conversation comes from Sierra Leone, you'd ask yourself, okay, how are you going to handle it? Our route to Wasa Straha, which was done in the evening, was Herculean. In fact, it was very crazy in the sense that after passing through Bibiani and some of the small towns there, when you get into the Wasa areas, it is terrible. It is really terrible. Knowing that these are mining areas, money, gold, bauxite, and other things come from that area. So you ask yourself, if the people here, they are living on riches, sleeping on gold and walking on gold, then why are they living in this hazardous conditions? And I'm saying hazardous advisedly, in the sense that the kind of dust that one would come across before you get to these areas, Charlie, it is heartbreaking. Do you know at a point? And it wasn't only because it was the night. And we even realized that even when you are driving the night on such roads, it is safer than driving during the day. Because in the night, these are the good things there. In the night, when there is too much dust, especially if you are not the first car, you are not the second car, and you are part of the cars from like 3, 4, 5, because we're moving with about 5 cars. Yes, we're moving with 5 cars, including a police dispatch rider before us. You'd realize that when first car passes, second car passes, the third one, you don't see anything again. So in the night, you can only drive following. I was asking my driver, I was sitting at the front seat asking him, so can you see? He said, no, I can't see. I'm only driving with the tail light of the car before me. Wow! He could not see you. Like, as, I had got our heart now. No. He wasn't seeing that. So he was moving according to the tail light of the car in front of him. So the dust there, oh my God, it was crazy. So I said to myself, okay, so it is not raining, therefore the dust. So as we are seeing the dust, if it starts raining, you know the response. The place will be muddy. That cars will not even be able to move smoothly because it will be slippery on the road. You'll be driving and the car will be throwing you left, right, and center. You'll not even be able to drive the way the pace that you want to go. It's so serious, hectic. No, like politicians, those who go there, because I went there and I saw posters, MPs and presidential candidates looking for positions there. I asked myself, hey, so people come here to do campaign, and after you leave them to be how they are living, because the kind of dust that yet people were living just by the roadside. Some were selling food. Some were selling like by the roadside. The vehicle passed and dust all over. Like you see it, you feel it. On the windscreen, you see dust like pouring. So like someone was spraying the dust like that on our windscreen. And yet people were living just by the roadside. Some were even selling food. Hey! This dust into the food. This dust into the food. I was shocked to say, hey, how come they are okay? Because I couldn't believe myself, like, would they be okay? Because dust all over. The police dispatch rider who led us, when we got there, it was crazy. Like he was soaked with dust. I'm sure out of that, when we finished the show, we were coming. Maybe Shatta was tired, like seeing the people. He was throwing money to them from Wasa to about BBNE. When we get to any town, he'll come out and throw some, because I'm sure he didn't tell, but I want to believe like, oh, Charlie, look at this living. So you get there, when we get down, he throw money. Like not the usual Shatta, because he couldn't even go to the top of the roof of the car. He couldn't. So he just bring down his glasses and just throw some money for them. Like, because most situation they easy. But in all, we passed through, got to Nachemi Hotel, checked into our hotel rooms, did sound check, and it was time for action. Of course, if it is Shatta movement, you know how we do it. The rich repertoire was given to them. An hour and about 30 minutes on stage, back-to-back hit songs, people singing along, and of course, Shatta movement always showing love to the people. Shatta called some random people from the crowd and decided to dash them 1,000 Ghana cedis each, and there are videos to confirm this. He called random people, security people, bring 2 from here, bring 2 from here, bring 2 from here, and you see it's such situation, people will overdo it. So we've already realized, there are more than 6 people there, about 8 or 9. Called his PA, no problem, done. Give everybody 1,000 Ghana each. The people were giving that money, and they left the stage feeling so happy and excited. They did not end there. Whilst he was still performing, he saw people having portraits, drawings, or art pieces of him in the crowd. He said, I've seen some people, because that was just the day before he dashed young Priscilla 20,000 Ghana cedis to continue with her education. So he invited those people onto the stage once again. He decided that, let's give them some money. At least let everybody. I think he even wanted to give them more. Some of them, he even told them to come to me after, but I never even found them. I'm sure the excitement was enough for them to even chase any more things. So he also called them, about 4 people who had drawn him, or 3 people who had drawn him, and he gave them 500 cedis each just to go and have fun. For the first time, Shatta finished a show, and because he was just having some cool time with the people, he did not want to even go straight to his apartment or for his hotel. He was just in the crowd, having handshakes with them, hugging them, and showing that indeed I came here to be a family. Like he said on the stage, that yes, whilst being there, he's enjoyed the people. These are his fans that he hardly meets. So if he has come there and he's met them, he wants to have some cool time with them. So when he was done, and usually like when Shatta is done, security will whisk him back away to his room. But this time around, no, he was just in the crowd, giving them handshakes, hugging them, and just spending time with them. He actually wanted to do more. I remember while he was on the stage, he said he was on the stage. He said when he's done, he will get into the crowd and he will have some dance session. I'm sure that was what he wanted to do, but as usual, if these will comport themselves, he would want to do it. But you know, Ghana and Shatta Wale, they will never comport themselves, and that doesn't happen in Ghana. I went to London, it's the same thing. They will never comport themselves when Shatta Wale is involved. It is always like that. So that was also done. And I realized that really, indeed, when Shatta says he loves his audience, it was seen at Wasa Straha at Na Chemi Hotel. That is for the peace concert. Back-to-back interaction with them. Shatta will give you the hits and still vibe with you. As usual, pray with you. And the people couldn't have enough of it. And let me also say big ups to them. Despite the fact that some 1 or 2 people gave our security guys some tough time, I think in all, the people behaved very well. Like some place that we've been to, Brekum and other places, you go there, people don't misbehave. Like everybody is in order. Those who are watching, they are just there. I saw the same thing at Wasa Straha. They were there. They were not going up and about like people wanting to jump onto the stage like we saw. Yeah, sometimes it happens. We see some people doing that. I think even at Wasa Straha, some 1 or 2 people did it. And definitely the security guys will surely whisk you away. But to them, like in entirety, they were cool. They were just there enjoying the show and enjoying the songs. When the song drops now, they would respond and they were just having a good time. They were having a cool time. And that was what I realized. And that was what I saw. And to me, I think it is a vibe, knowing that the people are showing love. The people are showing so much interest in what you brought to them. To me, it is a cool vibe. And I want to say big ups to everybody who has been a part of this journey. Thanks to the promoters, Kwame, and the management at Na Chemi Hotel. I hear they've hosted different artists there, but I can tell you that the experience that Shatta Wale gave them is not an experience that they've had from any other person. This is what we're talking about. Class is class. If you are not there, you are not there yet. And to me, that is why at any point, if you are dealing with an artist of a certain class, you have to go all out to make sure his rider, his demands are met and everything will be fine. Wasa alone, during our trip to Kumasi, Wasa alone had the private jet attached to their show. Because Shatta's interview was saying, oh, I'm going for a show at Wasa and I'll be spending some days in Kumasi, and I decided to fly with a private jet with my team and all that. So all those attachments and that positive nature went to Na Chemi Hotel and the management, Kwame and his people, and I want to believe this is it. So for the show, it was a masterpiece as usual, full of energy, full of back-to-back repertoire, and any other promoter would want such a thing to happen to them. And Shatta Wale gave them that. We will sure be going to such areas, but for now, I'm sure everybody knows we are preparing for Christmas, and this Christmas we are open to have dealings with promoters who are ready to deal with us at least around, and let us see how best we can do. We know the elections definitely will slow the Christmas and how promoters will cash out, knowing that they are not too sure whether there will be a runoff or there will be a one-time election. So all these things, I'm sure people are monitoring. They are waiting to see how those details will go. But we are also here. As and when it happens, no matter the results, people will be entertained. Whether you lose or you win, there will be some people who will be entertained, and Shatta Movement will be there to provide that entertainment that you are looking for.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my share, so wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do, na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you wanna drop a comment was Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I have more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share. Now brother, and I was system who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post and had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quoting there, blend good news, blend never share, never subscribe, now brother and our system who edumede in demo platform yi do video bi a yebo post wɔ ha de bi a yɛ ba Shatta Wale nti sɛ ejiwo di de yɛ Shatta Wale fan kote dia bre na beti good news e ba Shatta Wale na bo modern na share na wo brother na wo sister ohun edwumede yi di wɔ Wale Music TV. Thank you.